Hello there, welcome to The Window. My name is Amy and this is episode 6 of Bookish People. In today's episode we're going to be talking about book blogs. So I figured that as we draw to a close in this series I would talk about the places where you can bring all of your other bits of social media stuff together into one and also offer an alternative to everything else that we've talked about. What are book blogs? Well, book blogs are just blogs in which you blog about books. Today we're going to be talking about non-Tumblr book blogs because I feel like Tumblr is a separate entity upon itself, and we're going to talk about that in the next episode. What do you need to get started? Well, all you need to get started is a blog and opinions on books. There's a lot of different places you can make a blog for free, so there's Blogspot. I use WordPress and I find that the easiest, and there's lots of other ones where you can create them for free. You could create your own website, but I think to start off with that's not really necessary. How can you get involved? The main way you can get involved is by having your own book blog and blogging about books and or commenting on other people's blogs. Like some of the other mediums that we've talked about, I think that you'll find it most fulfilling if you're actually creating your own content. It's how you can get the most out of those communities. There's lots of things you can blog about. You can blog book reviews, you can blog book hauls, you can blog your booktube videos or your bookstagram photos. You can blog about issues relating to reading, such as representation and diversity in books, things like that. You can pretty much blog about anything you can write about or link into your blog, and that's a really good way of bringing all of your different areas and mediums together. So we're just gonna get straight into the pros. One of the best things about a blog is that you can pretty much put all of your content, any type of content, into a blog post. Whether that be text posts, pictures, videos, tweets, everything you can pretty much put into a blog post. And one of the great things about blog posts is that they can be longer if you want them to be, or shorter if you'd rather them to be that. I think really short blog posts can be very effective, but only as long as they're very interesting, and the same as long posts can be really effective, but it just makes sure that you're using interesting content and have interesting opinions. Another pro is that, like Twitter and Instagram and things like that, it's very easy to maintain your anonymity. You can make it as personal or as private as you would like. One of the big pros about blogs is that they're very, very, very customizable. You can customize pretty much every element of your blog, unlike things like YouTube and Twitter. So blogging tends to be a bit more of an open source. Another thing is that you can categorize your posts. I know on WordPress that you can categorize and tag things. That's a really good way of helping people to find the content they're looking for and to bring new people to your blog. Unlike something like Twitter, you can moderate the comments relating to your content. So if you make a blog post and someone has something really negative or nasty to say, you can just get rid of the comment. Another good thing is that you'll rarely find your posts are taken down, because unlike YouTube, you've got a bit more free reign with your content. Copyrighted content I would not recommend putting on your blog, but I think there's probably less chance of it being taken down unless your blog gets really, really popular. Itchy nose. Sorry. Okay, so what are the cons? It's very hard to communicate in that medium to other people. I mean, you've got the comment section, but you can't really send personal messages to people. So I know on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter you can send private messages to other people and network that way. But it is a bit difficult to just communicate on WordPress or on Blogspot, and it's even more difficult if you are trying to communicate with someone on a different blog hosting website. You may find you need Twitter to communicate with the people whose blogs you really admire and who you want to interact with. If you're going to focus on text posts, you really need to create a individual and unique style of writing in order to convey your personality to your audience so that they can get to know you. So I don't think there are many cons. It's really a great way of bringing all of your content together, and you can use it in any way you want to pretty much. So for that reason there's not that many cons for book blogs. So what is the message you're trying to convey? The main thing about blogs is that it tends to be very text-based. So if you find you're best at articulating yourself through writing, through the written word, then book blogging is going to be for you. If you find you want everything that you can create all in one place, then book blogging is great for that. Because the written word is the way that most book reviews for hundreds of years have been conveyed, book blogging tends to exude a sense of the traditional. And because things like WordPress are industry standards for things like journalism, it does imply a sense of professionalism. And because it is the written word and you need to have proper sentences for people to sort of understand you clearly, it also exudes a sense of formality to a certain extent. But like I said, book blogging is what you make it, and you can make it as formal, professional, traditional, or as new, contemporary, and informal as you like. Probably the most important thing is just doing you. Create your own style of writing and use that when you're writing your reviews or your book hauls or your blog posts of any type, so that your audience can really get to know you, because if you're just focusing on text posts like most book bloggers do, then that's the only way they're going to get to know you. I would recommend that you write the way you would speak to a friend, and that's the way you're going to build an audience and build a relationship with that audience. Okay, so I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below. As always, my social media links will be in the description box. Don't forget to check out my blog, amybythewindow.wordpress.com. As always, I hope you're having a lovely day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!